You guys see that? The spiders? The bats? The pumpkins? It's spooky month. And that means jumping back into my favorite spooky pastime, looking through the Pokedex for exceptionally weird or creepy entries that stick out from our usual colorful kid-friendly world. But unfortunately for me, I'm running out of ammo! I've been doing these Dex videos for almost 10 years, and I'm running out of Pokemon and unique Pokedex entries to uncover. Pokemon didn't pump out their usual new yearly release for 2020, so I don't have that to work with. And even though there's 2 new packs of Sword and Shield DLC, it's not like they have hundreds of new Pokedex entries. There's like 5 new Pokemon per game. Wait, what? All those old Pokemon that they brought back also got new Dex entries? Well, it looks like meat's back on the menu, boys! Let's go! We got double toil and trouble on our hands. This episode, we're gonna explore the new Pokedex entries from the Isle of Armor DLC expansion, and next episode will be on the brand new Crown Tundra, just in time for Halloween. As usual, we'll kick things off with the lighthearted entries that are just weird at the front, and we'll save the darkest stuff for last. I tried to focus on as many brand new Pokedex entries as I could, but in general, I decided that anything that's a part of the Isle of Armor Pokedex is fair game. During Halloween, you might wear a costume, and here's 2 new entries about Pokemon changing the way that they look in a way you might not expect. First is Bouffalant from Shield. These Pokemon live in herds of about 20 individuals. Bouffalant that betray the herd will lose the hair on their heads, for some reason. Okay, first of all, I love the idea that Bouffalant's afro is some kind of honor system that gets removed if you change your status. But also, what the heck would a Bouffalant even look like without all that hair? I knew it! Our next Pokemon with hair removal, surprisingly, comes from Mineshao's Sword entry. When Mineshao comes across a truly challenging opponent, it will lighten itself by biting off the fur on its arms. Okay, I see what they're going for. The whole taking off the training weight so that you're suddenly faster. It's like the most badass scene in the first half of Naruto. But it's a little less badass when you think about the logistics of biting off the fur on your arms in the middle of a battle. Looks like I'm gonna have to go all out. Oh, just a second. I'm almost there. Next up is a personal favorite mon of mine, Magnezone, and its entry from Pokemon Sword. Some say that Magnezone receives signals from space via the antenna on its head, and that it's being controlled by some mysterious being. What is it about the Gen 4, new evolutions, and secret antennas? First we got Dusknoir, which gets secret signals from the spirit world. Now Magnezone is being controlled from outer space. What's next? You gonna tell me that Porygon Z gets secret signals from hell itself? Well, it lives on the internet, so same thing, really. But speaking of Pokemon with secret controllers, here's one that's secretly controlling. Malamar from Shield. It's said that Malamar's hypnotic powers played a role in certain history-changing events. Okay, that's, disturbingly vague. Certain history-changing events. What is this, X-Files? Is Malamar secretly running a shadow government, starting wars, forcing us to upload videos about the Pokedex with corny dad jokes over the last decade? Oh no, he's got me! But instead of using Pokemon to control the world, some people just want to use Pokemon to entertain themselves. Zoroark from Shield. Seeking to ease the burden of their solitude, lonely trainers tell Zoroark to show illusions to them. Okay, so I want to give them the benefit of the doubt here, but every single time I read this entry to one of my friends, they immediately all said the same thing. Ew. Are all my friends and I perverted? Maybe, but still, that's just the way that it's written. Lonely trainers, easing the burden of solitude. I don't think Zoroark is being asked to make wholesome, family-friendly illusions here. We were just talking about Naruto. Let's just say I wouldn't be shocked if Zoroark was taking a page out of that show for its lonely trainer illusions. Sandygust's Shield entry turns the tables. Sandygust mainly inhabits beaches. It takes control of anyone who puts their hand into its mouth, forcing them to make its body bigger. Okay, first of all, that's just genius. What a sinister operation, possessing people to force its own evolution. That's probably why the shovel is still facing up on its head. The job isn't done yet. Not until someone falls into the trap and completely perfects its ghostly body. Second of all, lesson learned. Don't put your hand into mysterious holes. You know the phrase, if looks could kill? Well, the mascot for Isle of Armor takes that very seriously in its shield entry. Specifically, Gigantamax Rapid Strike Urshifu. All it takes is a glare from this Pokemon to take the lives of those with evil in their hearts. Or so they say. Okay, that's just OP. It looks at you, and then you die. That's it. GG. Shouldn't have been evil, I guess. Oh well, I mean, at least they're one of the good guys, right? Sure, it's execution, but it's execution on the side of justice, right? There's no way that could possibly go wrong. Our next Dex entry is a new record! Our reward for longest time before receiving a creepy Pokedex entry goes to Golduck. Here's its Shield Isle of Armor entry. Old tales tell of Golduck punishing those that defiled its river. The guilty were dragged into the water and taken away. For 20 years, Golduck's Pokedex entries have been surprisingly wholesome. Just a bunch of stuff about it being graceful, good swimmer, mysterious. Alpha Sapphire even talks about it saving the lives of shipwrecked sailors. Sure, Sun and Moon does veer a little off the normal course by talking about how it eats fish Pokemon, but even that did not prepare me for the sudden turn into full-blown river monster eco-terrorism. Ever since the new It movies, I've gotten a couple extra goosebumps every time I think about being dragged to a watery grave. And another of the original 151 is up next. But this one does come from a newer form of it. Alolan Marowak from Shield. The cursed flames that light up the bone carried by this Pokemon are said to cause both mental and physical pain that will never fade. There's something about these eternal suffering entries that just bother me. And this one's the double whammy. Lifelong, physical, and mental pain. Get hit by one of these and you'll start sounding like Squidward.
Too bad that didn't kill me.
And my final entry goes to Mourinho, a devious little Pokemon with what I consider to be the most disturbing imagery of the Isle of Armor Dex entries. From Sword, the first symptom of its sting is numbness. The next is an itching sensation so intense that it's impossible to resist the urge to claw at your skin. Maybe it's just my imagination, but that sounds horrible! Itching and itching and itching, and it's not just itching, it's clawing into your skin, helplessly trying to relieve the discomfort that just won't go away! And as a bonus entry, Toxapec's Shield entry also mentions that even a humongous Pokemon like Wailord would still be suffering for 3 days under its poisonous touch. But for that skin-clawing imagery, Mourinho wins the award for my favorite creepy entry of the Isle of Armor. It's always the cute little ones that you need to watch out for most. Now, if you're a regular of the series, you might be thinking to yourself, okay, that was creepy, but not that creepy. Where's the good old bone crunching, the fluid slurping, the blood? And don't you worry. You'll just have to tune into our Crown Tundra episode, which comes out this Halloween. I'll see you guys next time with more weird and creepy Pokedex entries.
That is, if you make it to next time.
Okay, bye.